any assistance that they need during this time. But one thing, we in Pasco Sheriff's Office, when we find somebody is missing, they've run away, we post their information as soon as possible. The one thing that our detectives talked about in this case is the amount of family that have reached out, the amount of loved ones that have reached out. Whether it was Kathleen's nursing school friends, people that she works with, the amount of love that they were showing trying to find her. So if there's one thing that I can tell the family, that Kathleen was absolutely loved by this community. This is also a sad reminder that domestic violence occurs in every community. And here in Pasco County, we have Sunrise Domestic Violence Shelter. So if there's anybody in a situation that violence is going on in the relationship, please reach out to Sunrise. There is help. There are people that want to help you. Whether call 911, get the sheriff's office, we will get you in touch with Sunrise. We need the community's assistance right now because we are looking for the body of Kathleen. We need any tips we can get, and I will get further in that information. But the other part is, which I know a lot of people have figured out there was an arrest. The Pasco Sheriff's Office, along with the State Attorney's Office, I want to thank Bruce Bartlett for his leadership there. We've arrested Colin Scott Knapp with second-degree murder. So a lot of the information I have is still preliminary. This is still an ongoing investigation. Sergeant Rosa is here. He leads up the Major Crimes Unit. There are some things we can answer. There are some things that we cannot answer. And there's some things that we shouldn't answer. And right now, we're trying to get resolution. We wish that Colin would provide us the information of where Kathleen is. And we delayed this press conference a little bit because we just arrested him this afternoon. We were hoping he was going to provide information during his interview. As one of our detectives described, he was very cold. Even when we were begging with him to tell us where her body is, he wouldn't give us that information. The other reason we can't talk about some things right now is because we have to find justice for Kathleen and for her family. There are things only the Pasco Sheriff's Office knows, the State Attorney's Office knows, and Colin Knapp knows. If we release that information, we can hinder the investigation, we can hinder prosecution, and we can hinder justice in this case. I want to thank Bruce Bartlett and the State Attorney's Office. They've been great partners in this. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office and FDO Lee, their biology lab, worked all weekend long to assist us in this investigation. So this is the time of the events that we have so far. On November 28th, between 10 p.m. and 11:30 p.m., Kathleen and Colin left Largo after a night of socializing, hanging out with friends at multiple bars in Largo and Indian Rocks Beach. Kathleen and Colin had been arguing at some of these bars. They left in his Cadillac and arrived around 12:30 a.m. the next morning. So it's the same night, just going past midnight. So it's 12:30 a.m. on November 29th at the 7-Eleven at Carmel Avenue and 7 Springs Boulevard in Pasco County. Colin buys cigarettes, and he states that Kathleen was in the vehicle. Well, we looked at the tapes, and unfortunately, the tapes aren't very clear. So we aren't 100% sure if she was in the vehicle or not in the vehicle. And anybody who's seen it's very hard to find out exactly where that person is. But we're still trying to look for more information on that part. Colin told us that they go to the Carmel Avenue, his residence on Carmel Avenue, where they have another argument. At this point, Colin claims that Kathleen left with her backpack and just left the residence. There is no evidence that we have right now that shows that she left that residence. So Colin then, about an hour later, before decides to go to his job, which is at Harold Seltzer Steakhouse in Fort Ritchie. He's a kitchen manager there, and he wanted to complete a meat inventory order around 1:30 a.m. I also want to thank Harold Seltzer's restaurant. They've done a very good job cooperating with us, providing us information, so I want to thank them very much for being a partner in this case. Kathleen, she went missing early Monday morning. We cannot find any evidence after the fact that he told us she was at his house, from that moment on. She was originally reported missing out of Pinellas County. Pinellas County got that case early Tuesday morning. Pinellas County started running with that right away, Then later on in the afternoon, they realized she was last missing in Pasco County. That's when Pasco County picks up the case. The preceding days after that early Monday morning, when everybody lost track of her, nobody's seen her. Nobody saw her at school. Nobody saw her at work. She was supposedly very active on social media. No accounts, nothing was being seen on social media. Pinellas County then pinged her phone, and there was a man who had found her phone at the Walgreens. He actually tells us that he dumpster dives, and he found that there at the Seven Springs Boulevard on Little Road. So we continue to follow up information there. So we found out through the investigation that Colin had some garments of clothes that he had taken to work at Harold Seltzer's. He then puts it in the dumpster there. We find out in the investigation. Our detectives meet up with the waste management people, asked to get all that stuff that's in the dumpster brought to a landfill, and they go through that. I can't tell you the dedication of the women and men in that unit, of the entire Pasco Sheriff's Office, but let me just emphasize in that unit right now. They were digging through the dirt. They were digging through all that mess. Think about a restaurant dumpster. They were going through it day in and day out. They were constantly going through it. There are women and men in that unit that have barely slept in the past 6 days. They have a few hours of sleep. That's how dedicated they are. We've had canines out there searching. We've had drones out searching. We've had every tool possible. We do everything. When somebody goes missing, we will put every resource out there to find them. As they were going through that search, they find his article of clothing, and they find bloodstains on it. We send those bloodstains to the FDLE. Again, I thank the FDLE biology lab. They did a phenomenal job. They worked relentlessly. They matched those bloods to Kathleen. So we went back to State Attorney Bruce Bartlett's office, who got a judge to sign off on a second-degree homicide warrant for Colin Knapp, which we immediately served this afternoon. Colin Knapp, his date of birth is 6/1991. He has 10 previous felony arrests and 9 misdemeanor arrests since 2004. Some included ag assault, ag battery, and domestic violence. In that case, Kathleen was not involved. Again, our hearts and prayers pour out to the family and friends of Kathleen Moore. I know you are all searching for a better resolution, and we all were. But unfortunately, this is what we have. And so I ask God to look over all of us and to look over you, because I know you're looking for answers. I know right now you are in awful pain. And may God bless you during this time, and know that this sheriff's office is going to continue to work hard with Bruce Bartlett and the state attorney's office to ensure that justice is done in this case. And I know it won't bring her back, but at the same time, know how much she was loved by so many people in this community. And if that's the one thing that our legacy is, it's how much we are loved by others. She has a legacy that's greater than so many of us will ever have. Again, for the fact that domestic violence occurs in every community, if you're in a domestic violence relationship, please get help. There are people that want to help you. They don't want an ending like this. For Colin Knapp, who's in this facility right now, know that there is a God. Know that he knows all the answers. And right now you have an opportunity to do something positive. When you have done so much evil, please share with us right now where Kathleen is, so we can do something for the family. We can give them some type of resolution.
All right, guys, y'all heard it here first. Breaking news out of Pinellas County, Florida. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office has an update, and an arrest was made in the disappearance of Kathleen Moore. Basically, her boyfriend, Colin Scott Knapp, took her life. Domestic violence, y'all. We originally called it. It was crazy. It was sketchy. I'm so glad I didn't call down to Pasco County Sheriff's Office today because they were actually busy. So I'll probably call them tomorrow, but they're still investigating this. And my spirit was telling me, just wait. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to, waste their time. They are actually looking for a murderer and actually arrested him today. So that's pretty cool, guys. Not that she's dead and gone, but that we do have a suspect off the streets. And yeah, she's gone, guys. Definitely gone. Wow. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down below. And maybe I'll come back live later on, or maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. We all just get a fresh start tomorrow. How would you guys like that? We'll get a fresh start tomorrow. And thank you for the 1 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2 thumbs up. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, y'all. So yeah, I I I I'm just gonna take some time off just a little bit right now, pray and regroup and just we can come back and talk about domestic violence. We can come back and talk about this situation. We can come back and talk about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. But definitely Colin Scott Knapp, her boyfriend, definitely has been arrested 2nd-degree murder in the case of Kathleen Moore, the missing Largo woman, who was last seen on Monday evening leaving a friend Nikki Whalen's house. She left her car there, got in the car with her boyfriend, headed to Newport Richie, down in Florida, and never made it home. Never made it home. My sincere apologies. The friend Jessica, she was a little sketchy, and but she didn't do it, y'all. The boyfriend did. We called it in the beginning, and we knew it was the boyfriend, but she was also looking sketchy. So I just wanted to prove to you, like, when friends act like this, it didn't make sense with the phone and how her mother recorded the guy with the phone, but it's over. The police got their suspect. They believe it's her boyfriend, Colin Scott Knapp, and he has been arrested. He is detained. He is not cooperating with the police to tell them where the body is. Um, and he's making it hard. The police said he's actually cold-hearted right now. Like his heart is hardened. He don't want to help. He don't want to tell where the body is or anything. So y'all let me know. This case really touched my heart. I never get this involved. I usually cover a story, give you just what's there. I made phone calls. I reached out to people. And, sometimes you can go above and beyond doing what's right, doing the godly thing, and it still doesn't turn out right, y'all. So don't get discouraged. Lift the family up in prayer. It's going to be a hard time for everybody in her family, especially her children, y'all. All right? Especially her children. And to the one person that came in my chat or comments talking about did I know her Facebook or I wanted to comment back and say I'm not really concerned about her Facebook. I'm concerned about her and finding her. Okay? So with that being said, shalom everybody. God bless you. Have a good evening. Good night. It's still early, like almost 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, 9:50. So I may just come solemnly, opening up my panel, let you guys talk about it if you guys care or wanna comment or pay your respects to Kathleen and yeah, we'll go from there. Definitely tomorrow, I am going to call her old place of work. I was told I can call down there tomorrow 9:30. So we'll hear some positive affirmations and feedback from some of her coworkers, I guess. Hopefully that's how it play out tomorrow. I will eventually. My spirit just told me don't call today. And I would have looked like a fool if I would have called the police while they were out there working hard to arrest him. They probably had him in custody by the time I would have called. So I'm glad I didn't. You know, my name may not bear weight on these YouTube streets, but in life in general, it carries a heavy load. And I work hard to, build my reputation up. So I didn't want to like ruin it trying to be a YouTuber or a content creator. I just really was drawn to this case. So I'm glad I waited not to call the police. I will call. I'll give it a couple days. Now we know he's in jail. Try to get some firsthand information from the police, but they're still investigating it. So there's not much they're probably going to tell us at this point. I don't know if it would be useless to even call. It may be. I'm not sure. So let me pray about it. Let me ask God. Definitely going to call Whiskey Wings. They gave us the permission to call today. So, yeah, it's just sad, guys. She was found at the hands of her boyfriend. So I'm going to leave it there. You guys can watch this replay and watch all the other videos we've done on it. And stick around for tomorrow because, like I said, it's a hard time for the family. Like, I know I believe she had one or two children. I didn't go that deep, but I saw her in pictures with she's a mother. That is for sure. So keep the children in prayer, keep her family in prayer. Her friends, of course, her coworkers, even the cop, he said, very well liked, very beloved girl. A lot of people came out for her. So second degree murder. Colin Scott Knapp, the boyfriend. And it is so eerie to say boyfriend. You done took this girl's life and people still refer to you as a boyfriend. The demon that took her damn life, y'all, has been arrested. Second degree murder. And with that being said, y'all believe people get their wings when you hear a bell. Until they find your body, little girl. Rest in pieces. Shout out to the two people in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. Share this video, like this video, comment down below. Subscribe to this channel if you like not dark videos like this. I mean, we are shining light on it. We're being positive. We kept the faith, and even in God, sometimes death happens. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. And I'm gonna leave it with that, y'all. Shalom.